In this video, we are going to be going through the most essential KO 0-point lineups for every map. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Starting off on attack here on Ascent, push yourself into this corner. Then look up into the sky at these clouds, make a triangle with the 2-pointed clouds as shown, and throw. For A site, we move over to top mid. We push ourselves into the left side of this door, looking up at the clouds. Make a triangle with the 2 clouds as shown, and throw. For this one, nudge yourself into the right side of this barrel as shown, and look at the corner of this cloud and throw. Transitioning over to B site to clear the boathouse, position yourself into this corner during the pre-round. Direct your gaze upwards towards the small crack visible in the second window, aim at the designated point which is situated near the top 3/4 of this window, and throw. Finally, for attack on Ascent, tuck yourself into this part of the wall, lining yourself up so you are directly in line with it as shown. Put the top of your flash in line with this tile on the roof and throw. First up on defense, we have this one for A main. Push yourself into this corner and look up at the scaffolding, and aim for just below this yellow stripe and throw. For this maneuver, position yourself against the left side of this designated lamppost. Align the left HUD line slightly to the left of the large circle present on the tower, as indicated by the ping, and throw. Similar to the previous maneuver, align yourself with the third line on this ledge. Then direct your gaze upwards towards the indicated part of the building. Align the left side of your flash symbol with the right side of this particular building, then throw. Closing out our Ascent lineups, we have the 0 point which lands in mid-link. Using the same corner as our A main lineup, push yourself into this corner, aim slightly above the edge of this roof, and do a jump throw. Throwing KO knives like these are a great way to gather information and get your team together to make good decisions. And there is nobody better to learn decision making from than Fanatics IGL Boaster. For just $9.99, you can get an unlimited access to Boaster's masterclass course on team play and IGLing over on ProGuides.com. Click the link in the description to try it out today. Starting off attack on Bind, push yourself into this crack outside of Hookah. Line the bottom left HUD line up with this corner of the roof and do a throw. To check Hookah, look for this wood stick on the floor. Look up at the roof and aim just below where the large wood plank meets the thin wood and throw. A super simple knife that you can use for taking B long is by throwing it against this wall as shown. If a defender is close, he will break it, and if he doesn't, it gives you info that nobody is there. For U-Haul, or lamps for the Europeans out there, line up in the center of this wall, and then put the ball of your molly with this clock that is hanging down as shown, and throw. For our final one on attack, here's a very effective knife for taking showers. Nudge yourself into this box outside of showers, and look up at these 2 points on the edge of the roofs. Make a triangle as shown, and throw. For defense, we'll start off with an A main knife that lands into short. Line yourself up with the center of this box, then position the ball of your grenade in line with the ping as shown, and throw. For this showers lineup, position yourself into this corner of the truck. Aim just above this white dot and throw. This is another unbreakable lineup, so it is guaranteed to show you the enemies that are engulfed in it. Moving over to B long, position yourself in the center of this second panel as shown. Look just slightly up and to the right of the palm tree as you can see. This 0 point will pop in front of the fountain, making it very hard for the enemies to break it. Alright, for our grand final knife throws on Bind, we've got a special one outside of Hookah. Taking a cue from our A main lineup, find yourself nudged up in the center of this box. Now take out your grenade. See the top part of this sphere? Aim it at the specific corner of the roof and throw. Position yourself into the corner by this dish. Line the top of your knife icon with the bottom of this line on the roof and throw. There isn't a real need for a lineup here. Just simply throw your knife at sight, but mix it up every time to make it unpredictable. Similar to the knife from main to sight, there is no lineup required. Throw the 0 point in this general area and it will scan all of ropes. Tuck yourself into this corner. Look at the highest point of this tree and line it up with the darker metal part of this building and throw. For this one, you don't need a lineup. Just stand anywhere in the general area of ropes and sand, then just throw towards main. Again, there is no knife lineup needed. Simply throw the knife against this part of the wall at the start of the round. Push yourself against this part of the tower doorway. Aim at this indent on the top of the trees and throw. Similarly to our B main knife, line yourself up in the same spot in this tower doorway. Aim at the top of this tree and throw. For this one, just aim your crosshair at this area during the pre-round, and as soon as the barrier drops, throw it. Head over to this ledge on the doorway tucked away inside tower. Now see that third black window? Aim for the right side just as shown. Sync up the far right line of your HUD with the top of it, then let it rip. Push yourself into this corner by A long. Aim at this point sticking out of the roof as shown and do a jump throw. For this one, just simply aim around this area in the cubby as shown and throw the 0 point as soon as the barrier drops. To knife A site, aim the far left side of your HUD with this point on the wall and throw. For B site, there is no lineup needed. Simply by aiming your knife in the center of this sight, it will cover all of the sight, including close left, right, and back sight. Another simple one here. Throw your knife into the B cubby as shown. This will clear all of the garage area and possibly disable the sentinel for a free C or B sight. For C long, line yourself up with this leaf. Then hug against the wall, put your crosshair in the gap of the leaves as shown, and throw. For this one, stand just outside of C link. Aim anywhere around the wall as shown and throw. Push yourself into the right side of the barrel. Line the ball with this part of the building as shown and throw. Walk into this corner, making a triangle with this part of the building and the corner of this building as shown and throw. Push into this corner and look up at this part of the roof. Aim at the center of this slate and throw. Line yourself up on the corner of this shadow. Put your crosshair in the center of this wood part, but also in line with this flag, then throw. Starting off Lotus on attack, we have this knife which clears close A main. Simply aim anywhere along this wall and throw. For A sight, line yourself up with the right side of this arch. Aim the corner of your HUD with this bunch of leaves as shown by the ping and throw. Moving over to the B sight, jump onto this box and line up with the front part of the box. Position the top of your knife HUD with this small bunch of pink leaves and throw. On this box by C long, push yourself into the edge of it. Line up the ball of your molly icon with just above the point of this building as shown and throw. Concluding our attack strategies, we have a pretty uncomplicated one. For this lineup, simply aim as closely as possible to the far right side of the door as shown. Starting off defense, hug this corner and aim at the top of this ledge and throw this as soon as the barrier drops. For this retake knife, push yourself into the corner of this bell. Make a triangle with both corners of the roof as shown and put the ball of your molly into it and throw. For some early info on B main, throw your knife onto this wall at the start of the round as shown. Not too much more on that one. Position yourself in a straight alignment with this wall and the defender's spawn. Similar to the A retake knife strategy, form a triangle using the corner of the roof and this particular leaf. Combine this alignment with the flash icon and proceed to throw. For info on C main at the start of the round, peek C main and throw your knife at this wall as shown. This will be unbreakable for the attackers. All you get is the info. Finally, our last lineup for Lotus is for this retake on C site. For this, it's simple. Aim your knife at any of these pillars as shown and it will be enough to get a read. Depending on where the attackers are playing, it's best to switch it up for the knowledge you know. Starting off Pearl attack, stand on top of this ledge and throw a knife which lands anywhere near this squid on top of the arch as shown. Push yourself into this cubby in A main. Look straight up and look for this leaf as shown. Once aligned, just do a simple throw. Another simple one. Hop on the same ledge that you throw the knife for the archway into A main. Aim at this part of the roof looking through the window to art and throw. Push into this corner on B long. Look up at this lamp and make a triangle with the 2 points as shown and throw. Rounding up the attack, we have this one for the double door. Line yourself up with the right side of this arch, aim your crosshair in between these two light bulbs and throw. Starting off defense, we have a knife that gives you early info on A main. To do this, push yourself into this box and put your crosshair on the top part of the window and throw. For B main, come over to link. Aim at the bottom right of this window as shown and throw. For this one, come close to the edge of this ledge until you see the pillar. Aim for anywhere along the pillar and throw. Finally, ending us off on Pearl, we have this one that tags back sight. For this one, come outside of CT, aim roughly around this part of the roof and throw. For some expedited intelligence on A site, simply throw your knife into this cubby as soon as the barrier drops. Jump on top of this box outside of A main, aim at just above this green hedge as shown and do a jump throw. Another super easy one. Jump onto this part of the box outside of A main. Look up at the sky and aim to the right side of this tower. Once you get to this point, throw. For close on B, you can follow the same strategy by hurling it close while peeking at the indicated location. Moving over to middle, come over to this box outside of B main. Look up at the tower and aim at the right corner and throw. This knife isn't unbreakable, so be careful. Next, we move over to B site. For this one, come over and nudge yourself into this corner. Look up at the tarp and aim at the darkened out line as shown and throw. Moving over to defense. For this one, it doesn't matter where you stand, just ensure that you can see this corner of the roof as shown and just do a normal throw. For retaking A, push yourself into this corner over by ramp. Aim just above this point of the roof and do a jump throw. For taking quick info on B main, nudge yourself into this corner of rafters. Aim for the top right of this silver rectangular sign and throw. For retaking B, head over to this part in CT. There is no lineup specifically required for this, just make sure to throw it behind the box to ensure it's much harder to hit. Finally, wrapping up our guide is this knife for bottom mid. For this, head over to vent and aim at this wall. When the barrier drops, wait a second, then throw. And that's all, folks. What did you guys think of the lineups? If you liked them, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys for watching. This has been your host, Sergeant Frost, and we'll see you all in the next one.